Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the largest crypto channel in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money in crypto, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Emergency alert video, exactly as I predicted. Very urgent video this morning. Coming to you today from the truck. Still trying to get a replacement Hellcat. I can't find the one that I want yet. But guys, Bitcoin has plummeted. It has dropped like a rock. And a lot of people are real nervous, they're real scared, and everybody is looking for the reason. Now, we're going to talk about several reasons today why I believe this happened, but ultimately, I'm not worried. This doesn't mean that we're going to have a great end to the month. As we've seen consistently, the ends of the month are not that great. We got the big run up from the Coinbase IPO, and it was great. We couldn't get over 65,000, but we did set a new all-time high. So we had a higher high. So things are, still overall looking bullish. But a lot of stuff coming out overnight. Now, for me personally, this is what I'll tell you. Yesterday in our video, I told you guys I was looking for an entry point on Market Cypher. I never found one. And every time I would look at it, it would go down further. But here's the thing. With Market Cypher, stop trying to front run your green dots. Stop trying to front run the confirmations. Wait for them to come. So I've been waiting on the 3 hour and the 4 hour chart at least. Looks like now we're going to get a large green dot at the bottom of the 4 hour chart, the 6 hour chart, and looking like potentially the 8 hour chart as well. So personally, I'm still looking for an entry. There have been a few times where I said, oh, it's not going to go lower than this. But you know what? I'm going to wait for the right spot. So if you want to get in that opportunity, if you want to wait for the right spot to get in, you can, of course, sign up for Bybit, bitboycrypto.com/deals. Go to the Bybit section. Then you go to the rewards hub, get a bonus, whatever. But I will give you the warning with that, which is, a lot of people got wrecked last night. A lot of people lost money, billions of dollars liquidated last night. And I'm glad to say I was not one of them because I've been waiting for the right time. Now, the sun is shining in here. I look like an angel. I was Cupid on Friday. Ethereum was crushing it. Now the prices are dropping, and now I am but a mere angel. So what a weird thing going on in this video right now with the light. Good job, son. I think potentially what is happening right here is the Lord himself is shining down on you and telling you this could be the opportunity to go long, or I don't know, maybe get wrecked. But the point here is, guys, is what happened to the Bitcoin price? Well, there's basically 4 things going on right now. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. I don't even know. 5 things going on right now that have had a drastic impact on the price of Bitcoin. Number 1, there was a gigantic power outage in a huge province in China last night. Okay. Now, this caused the Bitcoin hash rate to drop 40%. So a lot of people are looking at that and saying, wow, this was it. This was the thing that happened that caused the price to plummet. Anytime the Bitcoin, as the Martini guy said on Twitter, anytime the Bitcoin hash rate drops, that's going to have a negative effect. Is it going to be this big of a negative effect? I don't really think so. Number 2, I think what we're looking at, by the way, guys, is we're always trying to find a reason why the Bitcoin price dropped. We just don't know. You don't actually know what it is a lot of the time. So all of these are possibilities. These are all real things that happen that have had like a compound effect on the market. Number 2, you had unsubstantiated reports that the United States is about to start going after large financial institutions for money laundering with digital assets. Now, should this really have a big effect on the market? Probably not. I would say no, because what's changed? Nothing's really changed. Institutions, money laundering. And number 2, the U.S. going after Bitcoin. These are just things that we see a lot. I don't think there's really a big need to worry. Number 3, you have Turkey, which I tell you what, when I see people talking about the reasons why Bitcoin drops, and I see stuff like this, it's just asinine, honestly. Turkey, what a gigantic, hugely impactful country banning cryptocurrency. Oh, no one can make payments in Turkey. Oh, with crypto, what a terrible story. This is one thing people are pointing to. They're saying, well, India's trying to ban it. Now Turkey's trying to ban it. But guys, remember this. Whenever these governments try to ban Bitcoin, it just strengthens the use case for Bitcoin. It's kind of like this. If I were to go out there and I were to challenge, let's say, Mike Tyson to a fight, okay? Everybody would be like, well, that's ridiculous. There's no way he could possibly beat Mike Tyson. And then I go out there in the ring, and in the first round, he punches me. And the first time he punches me, he knocks me down to the ground. Let's just say I don't get knocked out for, simplicity's sake. Right when the bell rings, he goes in and punches me on the ground. Everybody knew that was going to happen. But then when they see it, they're like, oh yeah, for some reason we thought, and I could have used a Ben Askren, Jake Paul reference here, but for some reason he came out like he really was going to fight, but he got hit and he went down, and then everybody's going to know I never had a chance. That's how it is when these countries try to ban Bitcoin. We already know they don't have a chance, but then when they come out and they talk smack and they say, we're going to ban Bitcoin, and then it just becomes very evident they can't achieve it, it just makes them look terrible. Now, I don't know. I might could go a round or two, Mike. I'm just saying. I might not get knocked down first time. I'm just saying. So that's another thing. You got Turkey saying they're going to ban Bitcoin, and they're not saying they're going to ban Bitcoin. It's not like the India ban where they're saying you can't own it. They're saying you can't use it as a payment because no one has protection. Ooh. So that's the third reason. The number 4 reason, and this is the one to me where things get extremely interesting. Let me tell you one. Insiders from Coinbase dumped, let's just call it, hella shares over last week's launch. Now, we told you that it was very abnormal that Coinbase would be able to dump their, the shareholders would be able to dump their shares immediately on listing. Told you guys there was a huge advantage to the price of Bitcoin being up for the Coinbase shareholders. And what happened? They all dumped it. Brian Armstrong dumped almost $300 million worth of Coinbase stock. Now, you may say, well, you must not believe in the company. Well, I told you guys there'd be probably manipulation surrounding the rise of Bitcoin around the time of the IPO. That's exactly what we saw. We saw the price rise exactly as I predicted. And then they dumped all their shares. Not all their shares, but a large percentage. I think we said Brian Armstrong would have $1 billion worth. He dropped about a third of those on the first day. Now, here's where things get interesting. Why would Brian Armstrong do that? And he's not the only one. Fred Ursham, along with several other large Coinbase stockholders, also dumped tons of Bitcoin. Weird, isn't it? They dump this, they get cash for their shares, and now immediately the price of Bitcoin plummets 21%. Sounds like somebody might be taking that cash and putting it into Bitcoin. And we do know that it takes $98 million to move the price of Bitcoin 1%. Well, if that's the case, if Brian Armstrong just got $300 million, just if he were to buy Bitcoin with that money, you would see the price of Bitcoin go up about 3.5%. And the thing is, the further down the price drops, the more it's going to rise when large infusions of cash come into Bitcoin. So I'm not saying there's an all-out conspiracy here. All I'm saying is, out of those 4 things, and we do know that the price most likely was manipulated on the way up, leading to the stock listing, can just as easily be manipulated on the way down. So I told you guys also yesterday in the video that yesterday morning that we could be having explosive volatility on the weekend. That's what we're seeing. I expect tomorrow things to kind of get back on an even keel, but for today, I'm looking on the 4-hour chart, looking on the 6-hour chart, looking for the 8-hour chart. I'm looking for a good entry in a long. I never found it yesterday, so I lost no money other than, of course, my regular portfolio money that you lose when you just got a ton. unrealized losses, I guess you could call them. But let me know what you guys think. Drop your comments down below. Let me know exactly what you think is going on. Which one of these 4 reasons was the most likely for the Bitcoin drop? What are you anticipating this week? Drop those comments down below. That's all I got. Be blessed. Good boy out.